Hello, how's it going, everybody? Today we are going to be playing some Legion Tower Defense. Super fun game if you haven't heard about it, but yeah, going to be going straight into the lock-in. And the thing that we are locking in today is the Cursed Casket, and the rest are auto-rolled for me. Now, the Cursed Casket is a very interesting unit. It's not... One would say it's pretty good if you just place it down by itself, but you can also upgrade it on the first wave, and it makes it the worst actual... or one of the worst actual starting units in the game, which is really fun. Sitting at a pretty sweet 24.8% win rate out of 436 games. So basically, if you do this, you know, you can kind of decide you're going to lose. But today, we're going to win. Now, I am just platinum. Poor platinum. So it shouldn't be too bad. And it looks like matchmaking threw me a bone as well, because we have a gold 3 with a platinum 3, which, yeah, it should be in our favor if I didn't do this. Now, why is this so bad? You'll notice the red bar in the bottom right. I'm way above my recommended fighter value, which means I'm losing out on making workers, which means I'm losing out on mythium and therefore gold. So I suffer early game, which means I suffer late game as well, which is really cool. It's not something like, you know, the Hydra where you get better late game. Now it is going to clear the wave just fine. It's a pretty decent unit actually, for the most part. Let's see what our opponents are running here. Oh, okay. Yeah, just normal stuff. Pyro, Honeyflower. You know, Butcher is a little bit subpar, but hey, clears the wave. But you got me over here. You only get 3 workers until your income comes through, so you're kind of gated really badly. But thankfully, my opponents seem to be playing a normal game for now, sending the first wave. No wave 3 sends, which are just so... I don't like early sends. I think they're unfun. You can tell because I have auto on, which, you know, tells you that I'm a subpar player, but also that, you know, I like the long games a little bit. I think they're a little bit fun. What can I say? There we go. Barely get that. So we're going to get... Whoa. Okay, so they might send wave 4? I don't know what that's about. Or they're just saving to buy king upgrades, which could be the case as well. Either way, we're going to be buying a worker. Now, the rest of our roll isn't great because we have a lot of tanks, which don't do a lot of damage. Yozora's really good. Mudman, I can roll out, but I only have 1 roll, so I have to use it wisely. Okay. And then we want to leave space in case we get an aura unit, would be super nice. But we also have the Sea Dragon, which is really, really fantastic unit. Hopefully, I can save up for it. And actually, does this not clear wave 3? Or would I be tripping if I did that? I think it clears wave 3 on its own. So let's save for our Sea Dragon friend here. Hopefully. Maybe I could have placed on 1 Pee-wee. But yeah, they're not sending. They're saving. So they're either going to send 4 or 5. Brood probably. So I'll be ready. And yeah, this easy clears actually. I don't know what I was worried about. Okay. Nobody runs it. So I haven't had a chance to look. I played 1 AI game and won by the skin of my teeth against applied AI. So, you know, we'll see. I do feel bad for my poor teammate here if we do end up losing because of my silly decisions. And I should have gotten that worker 40 years ago. Missing out on so much money. Okay. So Sea Dragon... hopefully is going to help sustain our casket. The problem is we're not going to have a lot of direct damage with the casket because it has a huge AoE, right? So we're going to have to rely hopefully on, I guess, our Sea Dragons because Priestess is too much money. That would be, see, this would be a great start. Priestess or Yozora. Fantastic starts. Really great starts. The upgraded Casket of Pain is, not a great start. Okay, so they just sent a Dino, which isn't bad. It's an income unit, so it shouldn't be terrible. Yeah, if we could get 2 more. Oh, we're not going to get another one. That is actually going to be bad. Oh, we did get it off, but it's going to miss. Yeah, if we did get that other casket shot off, we'd be just fine that wave. Instead, we lose 67%. Lose 4 billion income. That's a problem with going AoE, and then you getting pushed just a little bit overboard means you leak a lot of units. Yeah, which isn't great. And my guy just cleared by the skin of his teeth, which is fine. You know, what you're supposed to do when you're playing well. But, you know, when you're playing poorly, you leak to an easy wave 4 send. No big deal. Second Sea Dragon should help us out a lot, though. And we could go for... we could go for another Pee-wee. But do I really want to? I mean, I'm only down 20. It just doesn't have enough health for me to really justify it. 260 health is not going to be our saving grace here. Actually, it would have saved us back there. No, let's wait. Let's wait, because Rocco's a hard wave, so we want to get as much money as we can. What I tend to do, I don't know the meta in this game at all, but I seem to be doing okay. I tend to try to get one worker every wave until the sludges, and then I get 2 workers a wave, or as many as I can. Tends to work out, except for the wave before bosses, you always save, because it's got the big jump there. So we saved there. Rocco's a hard wave. So Rocco's a hard wave in this patch, okay? That's problem number 1. Problem number 2, you have different damage types in this game, if you don't know, which means that our casket of pain, or cage of pain, is really, really bad against this wave. It's bad because of its damage type and because it's AoE against like high single health units, right? Which is a little bit worrying, and by a little bit I mean a lot of bit. We're gonna try to split it. I don't tend to split waves because it's too much thinking, but I think in this case we gotta pull out every skill we got, and it's only gonna save us just a little bit of time. But you know what? Maybe a little bit of time is all we need. No, it's looking really bad, folks. It's looking really bad. So we're gonna leak like 40,000 percentage points here. Yeah, we have 3 left that are gonna come through the doorway, as well as a cannon guy, which I should have seen because they were saving. I didn't really think about it. I didn't mean to say that. It's probably a little bit of a confusing ping. But yeah, so far, not doing too great. 2 sends down, and in terms of power score, we're also down by 100, which, you know, is definitely recoverable, but we gotta save ourselves from from spiraling out of control here. So hopefully we're gonna be really, really good against the sludge wave, which is great. And also my guy almost held all the Roccos. You get more money if they die up here versus if they die down here, which is important to note. Sludges we should be great against, so even though we're going to be under for this wave a little bit, we should be just fine. Ugh. Why do they make such horrible sounds? Are they in pain or something? Are they locked in the Iron Maiden? What's going on? Okay, and then, yeah, actually, this guy's build is interesting. Not a lot of damage, but it's working out for them. I can't, I'm not critiquing because, well, let's just say I'm not starting from a strong position myself. We're just going with the flow, That's how, we're just feeling good. Wave 7. Split the wave. Great. Okay, the healing Hermit's really, really great send, especially with the AoE damage because it heals them all for just a little bit. But when you're killing just a little bit on a lot of targets, it ends up being a lot of bit, if that makes sense. I just am autoing. You know what? Auto's the dream. Nothing wrong with that. If my opponent wants to send, communicates that they want to send, I'd be happy to. I'm not that kind of guy. But, until further notice, we're gonna be racking up the income, hopefully. That's the big plan. Sweet. So going pretty well for us here. Yeah, we're still gonna be under, but we're coming out of the spiral of doom. I could get Pee-wees here. Is that something I want to do? They're just so bad until you get like the actual tank upgrade, which is like a little bit out of my budget right now. They're just really bad. Maybe I'll put another one over here actually. That might be worth it. And we'll just get the upgrade the king attack for wave 10, which, sometimes people leak a little bit on wave 10. They're known to do that. Okay. And how's it looking? No send, so they're either sending wave 9 or wave 10. Wave 9 is actually a good send, which is crazy because when I started, it was horrible because those guys do no damage. But you know what? It's good now. Or decent now. And looks like, yeah, we're going to make it out if you're just fine. I mean, scraping by kind of by the skin of our teeth, considering we didn't get sent anything. But I'm saving up almost $100. So, actually, over 100 when these guys go through. Hopefully, we'll make it out just fine. And my teammates doing quite well for themselves. We are, this is a little worrying. The gold 3 players has the highest income. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad just yet. So, I believe in us. We'll put that guy over there. We might go... It's not great this wave. But I think we're going to do it. Rock and roll. Alright. There we go. King attack. Wave 9. I think I'm feeling another leak, unfortunately. Now we are at 11 workers, which is normally where I want to be. And then 14 workers after wave 10. But yeah, we'll see, actually. Normally I have the highest income in these sorts of games, but I'm kind of getting pounded here. Safety mole is great because these guys naturally defend a lot against range units, 15%, which is where all of my damage is coming from. So that's a really good send that I should have foreseen. But you know what? I don't really foresee sends that well. I just play on vibes, baby. It's not going to be the worst leak. It's going to be pretty bad, actually. Yeah, it's going to be pretty bad. Yeah. You know, so you can start to see why maybe this is not a great start. Mostly because your income in the beginning of the game is just completely hamstrung. And it's not like it scales like super well or anything. I mean, I think AoE kind of tends to get worse as the game goes on. Unless it's like percentage-based attacks like the Honeyflower Yuzora. Which, speaking of Yuzora, I guess that's might be the play. I kind of would like to get more Sea Dragon. More damage, more sustain. It's just not great this wave. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm unsure how to proceed. I feel like we have enough defense. Yeah, I'm gonna forego the AI, I think. I'm not gonna click the green square no matter how much I want to. I just think it's not the best choice. You know what? We're just gonna keep throwing trash over here. Hope something works out for me. I should have gotten some king upgrades there. That was a fault on my part. Yeah, because look how little damage we're doing. I don't think the Yuzora would have helped us there, like, at all. Not that this guy's helping us that much either. Yeah, we're only going to get it down to half. I think the game might be over. I can't come back. This is it is just a terrible start. Mostly because there's no reason to do it, because the OG Curse Casket holds a wave by itself. So there's no reason to go up to Cage of Pain. Like, literally zero reason. But okay, you know what? I leak half a Granddaddy. I get nothing for it. How much have we given to our opponents? 250. Yeah. It's not good. It's not good at all. But you know what? We're going to make it out of here. Some way, somehow. Okay. Did I want this to stay in there? Maybe. Oh, I should roll too while I have the chance. This is going to be good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not big on the Mudman, I can't lie. Okay. We're going to put Yuzora in here, give them the Protector, so we have even more sustain up there. A little bit more damage in the back. Hopefully, we pray to God that it starts going our way. I could split even a little bit more. This isn't optimal either. This is like kind of bad. But you know what? The whole point of the challenge is kind of bad, so I'm actually vibing with it just a little bit, you know? Okay, yeah, we're kind of crushing this wave. They didn't send us, so probably wave 13 send, which is the norm. So we'll build workers on this wave because we need income. We're falling behind. Thankfully, my teammate is actually good at the game. They must think I'm stupid, which, you know what? I kind of agree. But you know what? We're going to make it out of here just fine. Yeah, I'm going to just get all of these. Thankfully, this guy's super slow with the Crab Warlocks. Crab Warlocks are really good, but it also makes the match last longer, which means, you know, if I'm building a lot of workers on the wave, hopefully I can start to come back. And if you're already doing well on income, you just keep doing better, you know, which is a good thing. If we get a Disciple in here, these guys start healing faster, well, when you upgrade it. But we're going to be really far behind. But I try not to worry about these things. Because here's the way I think about it. Maybe if I build workers, I can out-eco the send. You know, instead of like, if I put like an extra 50 down, 50 units worth of gold, like how much is that actually helping me? I don't know. Like, is this actually helping me? Probably not. But you know what? We're going to survive. Wave 12. Actually, it was probably wave... Oh, no, it is wave 12 send. Okay. Wave 13 is still going to be rough for us, but hopefully it's not going to be sent. as the kids say, which might help us just a little bit. Yeah. Still really bad for us, and really bad for our teammate too. You know, I can't just keep leaking, you know, 5 waves in a row and expect to do well. Ugh. Okay, we both leaked there. They got sent for less than I did, but yeah, they were playing smarter with their unit building. But I mean, we're gonna be able to hold the wave. They're gonna get a ton of gold off this, which is bad, really bad actually. How much gold? Yeah, a lot. We'll just say a lot. We have to sell 2 of those. I'm not gonna do that. But I might do this. We need single target damage really bad, and when we get star color, these guys get extra mana regen, which will help these guys stay in the fight. So, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. It's all coming together, baby. Definitely. Definitely coming together. At least I'm not like the worst quite yet, you know. Maybe after this wave I will be. And no send, which means probably wave 15 send. They could send wave 14. They haven't been doing any long saves, just 1 wave, so it might actually be wave 14 send. But we're gonna pray that it isn't, because we need the money, baby. See, the problem with me in this game is it's kind of like gambling, where you just tell yourself the next wave is gonna be just fine, and then, you know, deep down inside you know it's not going to be. But this one was fine, which means next one will be fine, right? And okay, looks like our ally here sent the crap out of these guys. I'm just gonna save this money, actually. Free money. I'll save it. Maybe get a little extra fighters next wave. Might help us out just a tad. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm actually surprised they got the send-off, considering we lost so much HP on our king, which gave them a lot of money. I don't know what they did with the money. I guess just workers, because it surely was not building units. Okay, we can actually get the 3rd upgrade for these guys. One of the few units with 3 upgrades. It still wants me to build more. I guess I'll say okay and do it. I guess I'll say that. I don't know. A little iffy on that. Octua. That's all I can hear when they say that now. It's kind of atrocious. We've almost caught up to our ally on workers. In terms of income, yeah, we're behind, way behind. But we try not to look at that. Okay, wow, they did. So it's long save for long, yeah, save for wave 15, which makes me a little bit anxious. But hey, you know what? The worst start in the game, the worst viable start. I forgot to mention, the other start is a Pegasus, which you have to take the cartel for that one. Right, which gives you the extra 20 bonus in the beginning, but no extra income. It's like, it is actually just insanely bad how I couldn't get that one to work even against Plat AI, so I was not about to do that. Oh, we're gonna get a ton of money here. Not about to do that. That would actually, you know, probably be game ruining for my ally, which probably not cool. This one had a chance. I could kind of see where it was going. Like, it's not optimal by any stretch of the imagination, but like, I feel like there was a chance it could have done well. These guys are really good. I feel like they nerf them every patch, but they're still good. Because they heal, and then when they get benefited from mana regen, and they just do a ton of damage. Speak, mortal. Yeah, and we're going to be really low here because they just held their money. So, how do you counter that? Same as I counter everything else, which is just with hopes and prayers. Just hope that it's not going to be too bad. At least with the quadrupoli, you can whittle it down to like the final boss. It's not like the Granddaddy. And they actually, okay. Shaman's pretty good, send, because it buffs these guys. But honestly, not the best. I think we're going to be able, we're going to be okay. Again, is this going to be the best thing in the world? No, especially because our life dragons or sea dragons get out in front of our damage units, which they could be healing. But you know what? I think we're actually going to kill. Yeah, we're going to. Okay, we're holding this one, I think. Yes. Yes. We got 640, and we're going to hold it just barely, which is exactly where you want to be. I didn't mean to ping that. That was actually, you know what? I'm proud of myself for that. And I actually got through my opponent. by the grace of God, because they did not do... How far were they under? Okay. They're just insane, I guess. Unlike me, who's never leaked a wave. That was actually fantastic for us. Okay. Where do we go from here? I think this would be good. Just keep that alive. And then what I'm actually going to do, I'd like to put a disciple in the middle here. We're just going to work her because we're ahead and we want to stay ahead. I'm actually not doing too bad now. This is totally off the back of my ally, by the way. Like, let's not... Let's be real here. This was no effort of my own. But we can say it was because the Cage of Pain is actually the goated start. That's why all this has happened. Now, we haven't won yet. But that might have just been the tipping point. Yeah, they sent two... why would they... I don't know why they do that. Unless they actually leak or make me leak here, which would be interesting. That would actually feel really bad. Gotta watch out for wave 17 and 18. But considering they just sent on this one and they had a big send last wave, they probably don't have a lot of Mythium in the bank. So whatever they send is not going to be too bad. So I might as well just work her off the back of this. And I just got my opponent to leak again, which is really impressive. And they want to forfeit they want to forfeit the match. This game is too easy. What can I say? What can I say? The best start in the game. You heard it here, folks. Wave 16 and on the Casket of Pain start in Plat. Yeah, a lot of fun. Hope you did enjoy the game. Let's look at the stats. Honestly, probably one of my favorite parts about Legion is looking at the stats. Yeah, my guy was MVP, of course. I mean, like, come on. The only thing I had more than him was workers, and that was just at the very end. Yeah, just proof. Wave 1 builds, baby. Cage of Pain. Just completely insane build, and not in a good way. Yeah, actually our win probability was always in the green, which is kind of surprising. I'm not sure how this is calculated, but it is actually really surprising to me. Let's look at, yeah, income. We'll just see that I'm not too far behind, but normally I'm like at this blue line where I'm like way comfortably ahead of my opponent, which just wasn't the case this game. We can also see fighter value. I'm also like trailing at the end of, which is where you want to be as long as you're holding waves, which I wasn't holding waves, so I didn't want to be there. I held this last wave, which was really, that was the end of it. Actually, yeah, wave 15 is where it started to go back up for us again. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy Cage of Pain opener. Terrible start, don't recommend, but you know what, we had a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys later. I might do another Legion video. I really love this game, but it just doesn't really have the views like anything else does, but still a lot of fun. See ya later. Adios.